Hi, in this video we're going to talk about some Coptic vocabulary, specifically Sahidic Coptic vocabulary, and we're going to just talk about some of the words you're going to want to know for the practice sentences that we're going to do. So I'll talk a little bit about the vocabulary itself, and then a little bit of etymology where it's useful, but this should not be a terribly complex one. So first of all, we'll go through this vocabulary all comes from Thomas O'Lambden's Introduction to Sahidic Coptic. Unfortunately, I've not got the fonts configured on my and in PowerPoint in order to allow the supralinear stroke very well. So I've put a period next to consonants where there would have been a supralinear stroke, and I'll try to get that figured out for the future. As you can imagine, though, it's not a very common problem exactly to have, so it's not necessarily obvious how to deal with that. So go through the words here. Rome, obviously masculine. It means man or person. This comes from the ancient Egyptian term remet, of the same meaning, actually. Teshime or nehyame, this is one of the rare words where there's actually a distinct plural. It's obviously feminine, and it means woman. Palaw, old man or monk. So just keep in mind it means both, and in the Christian context that Coptic is often used in, that is a meaningful, you will use monk. It's not just sort of thrown in there for no reason. That is a meaning that you should look to. And then talo, old woman. And here we can see an interesting pattern. A lot of times feminine versions of nouns, so if you've got a masculine version and feminine version, you have this sort of these two versions, one with an omicron and one with an omega. So pala and talo. Obviously the definite article is different, so that's an additional change, but that's something to keep in mind. Another thing here is that we've got the definite article tau, but the next letter is an H sound, and so we've sort of merged those together into a theta, a TH sound. You will see the tau, the T and the H sort of written out separately. And this happens a little bit more often with feminine nouns than with masculine nouns, that the definite article will merge. There is, if you remember, phi itself can be a PH sound. But just keep that in mind that in feminine nouns, for whatever reason, you'll see that a little bit more often. Jome, book, and the stress here is on the second omega, and obviously masculine. Bone, stress here, and obviously masculine also. Tehye, nehyawe, and this is another one with a distinct plural form. A lot of very common nouns will have a distinct plural form. And this is obviously a feminine noun. And it has this epsilon here because that I is being used consonantally. So it's a yes sound. Hye. It's not tehi e, it's tehye. Do, or dal, is mountain, masculine. Bay is house, that's masculine. So in ancient Egyptian, you would actually see, in Middle Egyptian, I guess I should say, is you have this glyph, and that's usually transliterated per. In an older, or in a next step in the language, per was changed to pei. It's a regular sound change. A lot of final R's were changed to Y sounds. And then this was reanalyzed as a definite article. So is sort of a funky word. Nuv, gold, masculine. Hun, and remember this is with a superlinear stroke. In, ha, under, he, on. Hijin, also remember here, superlinear stroke. In reality, on, so these two will have essentially the same meaning. And then men is with. It also has some other meanings in different contexts, but for now we'll just say with. Next set of vocabulary, this would be Lambden's lesson 2. We've got Pemhal, Temhal. We've got the same tau merging with the H sound here. Bra, so bra, stress here. Anero, kings. Tero, and here notice the same alternation. So king and queen. So king, kings, and queen. Joy, oh sorry, this should just be one iota here. Joy and Nejeo, and the root here is actually Ejeo. So ship, Temro, and Inimrawe, harbor, Bumo, water, and then if you know ancient Egyptian, this would have been transliterated in Middle Egyptian like that. Piera, river, masculine obviously. Tivit, fish. Pran, name, and also in ancient Egyptian, we've got a very clear etymology here. Ren. Pran is name. Poin is light, also masculine. Tpe, mpewe, so this is singular and this is another unique plural stem. So this would be sky, skies. N or nte, so these are 3 separate words. Sorry if that wasn't clear. Of, one, there is, and then we've got m, and mn, there is not. Etve, accent here, about, and un, not. So yep, that's a vocabulary. That should set you up, if you learn those words, try to remember them. That should set you up pretty well for the practice sentences that we're going to do.